Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Here with Raider basketball coming your way here this evening from Monroe-Central High School here in Parker City, Indiana. Again, your Wapahani Raiders taking on the Monroe-Central Golden Bears this evening as we'll jump right into our Raiders Live pregame presented by Jones Auto Body, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. This junior varsity team, again, just keeps on winning. A very impressive group of young men that's came out here, and really it's bought into not only game plan each ball game, but just understanding the roles that they play on this team. And you've had numerous guys all down through this lineup this year that has really continued to contribute greatly, and I'm sure in some ways it makes head coach Chris Willis's job a little bit easier when, essentially you can go to anybody on this team and they can be able to produce in a big way and help get the team to win. And this is going to be another big game here tonight, so we've got to have guys contributing balance from the standpoint of 1 through we got 8 guys or so, 7 or 8 guys, and so it's so important to have balance and consistency with each one of these guys, and like I said, they're going to have to definitely bring it here tonight with this being, obviously you got to bring it every night, but especially in big games like this, you want to see these guys come out here and showcase their talents and put on a good performance for themselves and for the team and for their school. So should be a good ball game here tonight. Monroe-Central, like I said, they've always had a real good program out here, and so this should be a very nice evening of basketball for us right here from Monroe-Central High School. So, folks, we'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with tonight's starting lineups right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As we take a look here at tonight's non-starters and starters. First, the non-starters of your Wapahani Raiders. Number 4, Luke Willman. Number 14, Isaac Shreen. Number 20, Drayden Gates. And number 30, Luke Brannon. Now, if you're a Raider starter, starting here at 1 guard, number 2, Aiden Franks. At 1 forward, number 12, Alton Mahaffey. At guard, number 24, Blake Frazee. At the other forward position, number 40, Jackson Spence. At the other forward, number 50, Nolan Dudley. Again, your Raiders are coached by Chris Will, assisted by Jeff Andrews, as well as Andy Zitgraf. Now we'll take a look here at the non-starters for the Monroe-Central Golden Bears. Number 15, Blake Bogue. Number 24, Caleb Snyder. Number 25, Elijah Taylor. As well as number 33, Cole Pike. Now for the starters for the Golden Bears, number 4, Caden Shoemaker. Number 5, Gavin Patterson. Number 11, Braden Matheny. Number 30, Landon Patterson. And number 35, Cole Munchell. Again, the Golden Bears are coached by Kevin Patterson, assisted by Brian Matheny, Rick Owens, Cody Wolf, and Casey Canancer. So again, that's tonight's starting lineups, again with Monroe-Central and Wapahani coming your way here this evening from Monroe-Central High School. Very nice facility up here. Against about a 10-minute drive, obviously the shortest drive we'll have all year, which makes it nice, considering usually all of our road games are minimum of 45 minutes or more. So the Raiders will get off to hopefully a quick start here early. First possession of the evening here. Frazee down low. Dudley with the layup, good for 2, and the Raiders are on the board early after the made bucket there from Nolan Dudley. Very nice find there by Blake Frazee. Monchel now on over here. Shoemaker down low and kind of a foul underneath. So we'll see number 30, Landon Patterson, head to the line. Here's the Raiders foul. Is going to be on number 2, Aiden Franks, his first, team's first. And a first free throw attempt will be up, and it will be good. So the second of 2 here from Landon Patterson will be up and good. So 2 for 2 there for Patterson on that trip there to the charity stripe. So we're tied at 2 now, just under 6.5 remaining here in the opening quarter. Here Jackson Spence finds Dudley left side. Now Franks looks to drive. Instead stops a little bit short there and dribbles it back out. Now Alden Mahaffey with a handoff here to Frazee. To the free throw line. Now underneath, Franks goes into the defender right there. Can't complete the bucket. As that was rebounded there by Jackson Spence. The Raiders regain possession of the basketball here after a couple little miscues, and hopefully we can find the ball in the bucket this time, and the Raiders instead will turn it over. First turnover of the evening here for Wapahani. So up top here, Matheny now on to Landon Patterson. Gavin Patterson now, right or left corner rather, as Landon dumps it down low. Monchel for 2, and he'll be fouled here on the shot. So now he'll head to the line for 2 shots. Now is number 50, Nolan Dudley, will pick up his first, team second.
Cole Monchel at the line. He'll shoot 2.
And the first one up and good here for Monchel.
Substitution for Wapahani by 20, Gates.
All right, so we're going to have Drayden Gates now in the ball game. Here seeing his first action of the evening. Second free throw attempt off the back iron, no good. Was rebounded there and unable to get the putback to go. Good job there by Dudley corralling the rebound, not giving him another opportunity. Franks pulls the trigger for 3 and knocks it down from beyond the arc. So Aiden Franks puts 3 up on the board here, his first points on the night. Matheny now up top here. We have Shoemaker now on the Patterson. Back over here, number 30, Landon Patterson drives. Shoemaker now to elbow. Shot's going to be up, no good. Dudley corralling another rebound, and the Raiders are off and running back the other way. Handoff here. Dudley takes it to the middle, and we're going to have a foul. Blocking foul called here on number 35, Cole Monchel. That'll be his first, team's first. So Blake Frazee to inbound. All the way outside here in the backcourt. Now back to Frazee again. Nice screen right there. Now Frazee right wing. He's looking for Franks there on the handoff. Instead kicks it out here to Spence. Now back over to Franks again, right side. And puts it off the glass there for 2. Very nice take right there. You love to see the aggressiveness. So 5 points now on the night here for Aiden, and the Raiders out to a 7-3 lead now after being down 3-2 just moments ago. Monchel now on here to Gavin Patterson, back outside. Now Landon again tries to take it to the middle. Nice defense there from Jackson Spence. Monchel for 2 near the corner, off the mark, and rebounded by Franks. Down court, here's Dudley. Takes it in, nice spin move and nice finish. Well executed right there. A great find there by Franks down court. And then Dudley showcasing some dribbling skills. Have a nice little spin move action as well. And Nice finish there underneath. So Mahaffey back in. Also, seeing his first action of the game will be Isaac Shreve. So Frazee crosses half court there now. Or pardon me, that was Franks cross half court. Now Frazee looking to go back to work here. Mahaffey on the Franks again. Pulls another three. No good. Rebound at that time there by Caleb Snyder. Just came in a moment ago there for the Golden Bears. Shoemaker gets it into the post. Now kicks it out here. Gavin Patterson, no good for three. Offensive rebound. Now Matheny strikes from beyond the arc. And so now 9-6 affair. Frazee down there at the half-court mark. Mahaffey sets up there for the screen, rolls off of it, but couldn't get the ball there to him. Now Frazee on the Spence. On to Mahaffey. 2-point shot up and good, just inside the arc. So Mahaffey with his first points on the night here as well. The Raiders lead at 11-6. Dump down low, and the basket will be good. The foul will be called here on Raider number 12, I believe, and indeed it will be. Mahaffey will pick up his first, team's third. Drayden Gates returning to the Raider lineup. And the free throw rolls in and out. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Monroe-Central. So it'll be Raider basketball here again. It is 11-8. Apologize there, didn't get that layup on there. Corner three here by Franks, and it's up, no good. Rebounded by Braden Matheny, and facing a little pressure there by Spence and Shreve. Look at the hustle there. Great job there by Jackson and Isaac both. Not giving up on the play, putting some pressure on him. Of course, there was nobody back down there on the other side of the court to help him out. And another near turnover for the Golden Bears. Shoemaker takes it underneath the basket, now finds Landon Patterson, misses the layup, rebounded there by Jackson Spence, and the Raiders again pushing it down four quickly here. Jackson at the top, now on the Shreve right wing. Mahaffey for three, and it's up, and it's good. Alden Mahaffey with point number 5 on the night after the made three-point bucket there to put the Raiders back up here by 6 points. 14-8 your score. Shoemaker will get it blocked away by Mahaffey. Shreve now goes up strong for 2 and puts it in. And he'll head to the line for one more. Some good action right there. So Shreve heads to the charity stripe here. Fouls on number 11, Braden Matheny, his first, team's second. And we'll see Dudley back in here for Wapahani. As again, Shreve looking to complete the three-point play, and he does. Nicely done. Patterson gets it taken away from him there by Drayden Gates. Second turnover now here from Monroe-Central. Mahaffey now on the Dudley on the right side, but here's Gates as he'll drag it back up now near the half-court line. Screen set, nice post feed down low, and Mahaffey loses the handle on it, turns it over. Turnover number 2 now for the Raiders. And a wide open Landon Patterson. The Raiders didn't get back on the fast break, at least not all of them did. And Patterson beat him down the floor for a wide open layup. 6 points now tonight here for that young man. Gates takes it inside, now dribbles, finds Dudley near the free throw line. Shreve out here now on to Frank's left wing. Sets up for that screen. Mahaffey rolls off of it. Shot's going to be up, no good. Rebounded there by Braden Matheny. Got 18 seconds remaining here. Matheny will get the layup to go. 5 points now for him. Frank's here for three, no good, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So the Raiders and Monroe-Central in a nice battle here so far through the first 7 minutes in this one. 17-12. Wapahani leads it at the end of one. We'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with your second quarter of action live here on the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, it's Wapahani 17, Monroe-Central 12 as we come back out of the break. And now towards the second quarter, again, with the Raiders on top here by 5. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Gates. So Franks now up top here. Gates will find Willman back out here. Franks for three, and it's up, no good. Rebounded here by Dudley on the bounce and puts the layup up and good. And the layup no good there by number 24, Snyder, and tips it out of bounds. So it'll be Wapahani basketball. So Frazee all the way out here on the right side now. Cross-court pass, Gates. Up top to Franks, now on over to Frazee again. Wide open three, off the mark there. Rebounded by number 5, Gavin Patterson. And Monroe-Central pushing it up floor here. Matheny takes it to the middle, kicks it outside. Landon Patterson for three and knocks it through. So Landon Patterson having a real nice game here so far for himself. Now 9 points, 9 of Monroe-Central's 15. Crazy, no good on the shot. And we're going to have a foul here on Wapahani, number 50, Nolan Dudley. That'll be his second, team's fourth. Spence and Mahaffey back in for Wapahani. Near turnover there from Monroe-Central in the corner. Shot by Snyder, no good. Rebounded. Well, essentially it was nearly rebounded there by Jackson Spence, but nonetheless, Wapahani in possession here in a 4-point lead. Cross-court, Franks in a corner. The three-pointer again up and no good. Just barely a little bit off nearly every time. And tell you what, Not sure about that call there. I think he blew the whistle before the play even happened. But they're going to say that it was a foul here on Blake Frazee, his first, team's fifth. Matheny now on Shoemaker for three, no good. Gates corralling the rebound. As he'll push it down floor quickly here onto Mahaffey. Three-pointer here, and it's up, and it's good. Alden Mahaffey with a second three of the night, 8 points overall. And the Raiders lead it by 7 with just under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. So the foul here on Frazee. He'll pick up his second now, team sixth.
Patterson at the line. He'll shoot 2.
Again, Patterson at the line. 2 shots coming his way, and the first one will be up and good.
Cole Mitchell will return to your golden line.
So Cole Munchell back in here for Monroe-Central. Second free throw attempt will be up. And got the friendly bounce to go. Literally hit just about every part of the rim. But sometimes that's all right. You know, as long as it goes in, doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in. Gates here on the left side. Now looking for Spence. Gets it to him. Now into the corner, Frazee. Underneath there, very dangerous pass. Nearly turned it over. Nice jump stop there, and Mahaffey, no good from the elbow. So again, it's still 22-17, 3.5 remaining here in the first half. And with the Raiders really playing some good basketball here, hopefully we can just continue this here and give ourselves a good shot to win this ball game tonight. Another rebound here by Gates. Jackson Spence will push it up floor. Mahaffey in a corner for 3, and another one drained from beyond the arc. So Mahaffey with his third trifecta of the evening gives him now 11 points overall. And the Raiders lead at 25-17. Monchel now on over here to Patterson, now number 24, Caleb Snyder. Here on the right wing, now on Landon Patterson. And Gavin Patterson good for 2. So 25-19. The Raiders back up by 6. Spence faces up, now on to the corner. Now back up top, Mahaffey to Gates. And we'll have a foul here on the play. It's going to be, looks like maybe on number 5. And indeed it will be on number 5, Gavin Patterson, his first, team's third.
Substitution here.
So we'll see Matheny and also Blake Bogue now in here for the first time tonight for Monroe-Central. Also Isaac Shreve getting reacclimated to the Raider lineup. Raiders having a little bit more of a tough go of things here with trying to get the ball inside, and Shreve no good there on the shot with this zone defense pushing them out a little bit more. But man, I'll tell you what, Isaac Shreve, you can't teach what he's able to provide out here. You either got it or you don't. And one thing he definitely has is he's got some heart. I mean, it is fun to watch. I mean, this young man comes out here, gives it 110%, probably even 150% if you want to go up a little bit further. It's just good basketball. That's how it should be played. And you know, every team needs, you know, a couple guys like that, you know, a little spark plug to the offense and defense as well. So you have a foul here on Shreve, his first, team's 7. So now in there, Monroe-Central is in the bonus as they knock down the first one. And the second one up and good as well there by Matheny. So 7 points now for him on the night there for that young man. Frazee now on to Isaac. Back up top now into the middle. Spence will find Gates. Mahaffey in a corner, three-pointer up, and three-pointer good. I mean, you want to talk about an absolute one-man wrecking crew here from beyond the arc so far. I mean, Mahaffey has proven deadly here tonight. Already now 4 threes on the evening. 14 points overall. Of course, it takes a full army to get it done, but so far, Mahaffey has really found his niche in this ball game tonight. And for heaven's sakes, the clock did not start, and I just now noticed, so I apologize about that. For goodness sakes. Happens usually at least once a game, where I'll click the button to start it, and well, unfortunately it doesn't start. So nonetheless, here we'll have a timeout taken here by Wapahani, their first charge timeout here of the evening. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout here with them with 41 seconds remaining here in the first half. All righty, so welcome back out of timeout here. Again, we have right about 38 seconds remaining. Wapahani leading it by 7. Franks a corner three, and it's up, no good. Rebounded there by Braden Matheny and Monroe-Central. Not sure if they'll hold for the last shot here, and won't matter anyway because Gates took it right away from him. That's good basketball. Again, another young man getting after it there. So Franks to inbound. Inbounded all the way out here to Frazee. So the layup good there. And that's how the first half's going to end. Kind of sloppy there at the end, but nonetheless, the Raiders go into the locker rooms leading at 30-25 here at the half. Overall, pretty good first half of basketball. Unfortunately, like I said right there, in the closing seconds of it kind of got a little ugly on our side, but still you got a 5-point lead, better than a 5-point deficit, that's for sure. We'll take it. So we'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back momentarily here with our halftime report live on the WHS Network.
Need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to our Kenshaw Properties game break at the half. You got Wapahani 30, Monroe-Central 25 here at the break. And like I said, just right before we went to a commercial break there, it's overall pretty good first half of basketball here by Wapahani. I mean, we've left a lot of shots out there in some ways, a lot of good quality shots. I'm sure Aiden Franks is, I'm sure he's getting a little frustrated there. He's had some really nice looks, unfortunately just falling a little bit short every time, seemingly, for the young man. A couple other ones, Frazee, I know he's had a couple opportunities, hasn't really necessarily came to fruition, but, again, just got to keep pressing forward here. You got to keep shooting the basketball, and we've seen a lot of production from a little bit of everybody here this evening, and that's been a real nice thing, and it's not even necessarily always what they're providing offensively. It's also what we're providing defensively as well. We've came out here, I think we've played a solid defense overall. We've created 5 turnovers here at the half. So we're doing our part there. Need to do a little bit better job at times here in the rebounding department. Monroe-Central's had a couple instances, meaning probably 3 or 4 different instances where they've had some offensive rebounds, some second chance opportunities, but still overall pretty good first half of basketball for us. So now we've just kind of got to keep up the intensity on the defensive end. Offensively as well, we've seen quite a bit of success from beyond the arc there. Alden Mahaffey getting after it. Aiden Franks also has a 3, but with Monroe-Central playing a zone, we need to figure that out maybe a little bit more and finding a way to get the ball inside, which I think we've done a pretty good job of that. There's been some times where we've gotten ourselves into a little bit of a situation there where it hasn't been too beneficial for us, but still, for the most part, we've been able to get the ball to the middle. Usually Jackson Spence or Nolan Dudley, Luke Willman, when he's been in there, will fulfill that role and being right there in the middle and then finding that open man. And not even necessarily that, if you have a wide open lane to the basket or an opportunity to score there, they've been able to do that as well. So, like I said, balance and consistency here on offense, always a very important key. And we've done that here in the first half, and like I said, hopefully we can just keep that going here in the second half, along with continuing to pick it up on the defensive end, because we've really done a nice job there. Free throws, we've only shot 1, and that was a make there by Isaac Shreve there on the three-point play. So, I mean, you really can't do a whole lot more about that. We've been in attack mode. I like our aggressiveness on both ends of the floor, but especially on offense, we have definitely been very aggressive, and we've continued to work the ball around and settle for good shots. So just keep up what we're doing, keep playing hard. Keep playing aggressive, making sure we're taking good care of the basketball, rebounding the basketball on both ends of the floor, and hopefully things will turn out on the good side for us here tonight. So we have roughly just under 5 minutes left of the halftime warm-ups. They started the clock actually a little bit late, about a minute or two into it, so that's why things have prolonged a little bit more. But we're going to go ahead and step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back with our wrap-up on our Kenshaw Properties game break at the half. All right, folks, welcome back here to wrap it up here on our Kenshaw Properties game break at the half. Again, with your Wapahani Raiders leading the Monroe-Central Golden Bears 30-25 here at the break. Again, just to wrap it up here, we have your scoring breakdown here in the first half. The Raiders, again, were led by Alden Mahaffey, team high 14 points, followed by Nolan Dudley with 6, and then Isaac Shreve and Aiden Franks, both with 5 points each, again for a grand total of 30 first half points. Again, we've seen a lot of production, not only offensively but defensively as well, with Shreve getting some deflect. Everybody has had a hand in on the success defensively. Even Willman, when he was in there for some brief moments in time, really done a solid job defensively. Jackson Spence, Shreve, Gates, Frazee, Franks, every single one of these guys is contributing not only offensively, but more importantly, I think defense is where you win good bulk of your ball games, and obviously you got to have offense, you got to be able to score to win, but defensively, as long as you can get stops and then if the offense can get going, you're going to win a lot of games. And so far, we've been clicking on all cylinders, really essentially on both sides of the basketball. So again, hopefully that can maintain itself in the second half, because we've got things rolling right now, and hopefully we can keep it that way. So this has been, again, our Kenshaw Properties game break at the half. Again, it's Wapahani 30, Monroe-Central 25. We'll be back here in right about a minute and a half to start up the third quarter play live here on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, welcome back here, folks, as we're about set to begin the third quarter of play here again from Monroe-Central High School here in Parker City, Indiana. Very nice facility here. We greatly appreciate Monroe-Central for giving us a nice seat in the house to broadcast all you fine folks out there in Raider Nation. As we open up this third quarter, it, I believe, will be Wapahani basketball. And indeed it will be. So Jackson Spence, Drayden Gates, Blake Frazee, Alden Mahaffey, and Nolan Dudley will start up this second half of play here for Monroe Central. Again, we do appreciate you all for watching us here tonight and joining us from wherever you are for this Friday night of MEC Conference basketball. It's our second game of the week here. We was at Cowan on Tuesday night, which we got a big conference win there. Two very big wins with our JV and varsity teams. So we look forward to hopefully that coming to fruition again here tonight. Definitely have some good basketball here this evening. Spence down low here to Dudley on the right block. Unable to back down his defender. Gets the ball right back there to him, and we're going to have a traveling violation here on the Raiders. Turnover number 4 now for the game. So Matheny now to Munchell. Here's Shoemaker. Screen right there. Good job there by Jackson Spence getting through the screen. Matheny now on there to number 5, Gavin Patterson up top. Landon Patterson splits the middle, down low to Munchell for 2. Yeah, that was a perfect example right there. Being able to get the ball into the middle, defense collapses, and you're going to find somebody open. And unfortunately for Wapahani, that happened, but that's what you should look to aim to do when they're defensively broke down. That's what we've got to do offensively on our end, break down our opponent's defense and go from there. But instead, we have an over-the-back foul called here on Nolan Dudley, his third. Team's first of the half. So we'll see Isaac Shreve back in here for Nolan Dudley. More than likely, we'll be seeing Nolan here for probably a good while, at least until probably towards the end of the third here, as another layup will be up and good, this time for Patterson. So 4 consecutive put on the board here by Monroe-Central to open up this third quarter play. Frazee no good for 2. Mahaffey with the rebound there and can't get the putback to go. Nice hustle there by Shreve. Patterson pushes it down court, open. Shoemaker for 3, no good. And Mahaffey will come up with the rebound. Spins out the top, now swung on. Here's Frazee for 3, no good. That's a good job of following your shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't put it back in. But that's still a good job right there. Shreve comes up with another turnover. Outside, here's Gates. Now to Spence. Back up top. Gates here for 3, and it's up and off the back iron. Loose ball there's Landon Patterson comes up with a rebound. And Monroe-Central starts again here on offense. And now a foul here on Wapahani. Looks like it's going to be here on Blake Frazee, and indeed it will be. So that'll be his third. Team's second of the half. We'll see Luke Willman back in here for Alden Mahaffey. Shoemaker gets it blocked away there by Willman, and then a foul on the loose ball. It's going to be here on number 35, Cole Munchell. Will be his second, team's first of the half. Gates now on the Frazee. Willman looking to set up for the screen. Frazee can't get the layup to go. Shreve comes back up with it. Spence now to Shreve near the right corner. And now they bump foul there on number 5, Gavin Patterson, his second. Team second of the half. We'll see Snyder back in here for Monroe-Central. Again, here is Wapahani is yet to put anything up on the board here through the first 3.5 minutes into this third quarter. Had a couple good shot opportunities, just nothing. Again, able to get in a fall there. Willman now gives way to Frazee. Left side now, Gates to the free throw line, takes it in. Now kicks it back out. Here's Willman on the Shreve again, and the Raiders reset. Again, just got to be patient here. No reason to do anything ridiculous or potentially could be bad for the team there. You got to be patient, work the ball around, and hopefully settle for a good shot here. So the foul on number 4, Caden Shoemaker. So that's his first, team's third. Nice job right there, beautifully executed there. Spence able to find Luke Willman coming off of the screen. So Willman now with his first points on the night. And it's 32-29 Wapahani. So the Raiders finally get their first points here in the third quarter. Shoemaker for three, no good. Battle for the basketball. Landon Patterson comes up with it and goes right back up strong with it for two. Frazee no good. Spence with the rebound, and instead he'll get called for the foul. So Spence, his first, team's third. Cross-court pass, Snyder now on to Matheny, swung on Shoemaker. To Munchell, now down low. Logan Patterson fouled on the play. So foul here on Jackson Spence, his second, team's fourth. So Landon Patterson back to the charity stripe here for a pair. So the first free throw attempt up and off the front iron, no good. Second free throw attempt by Patterson, rims out, no good as well. So the Raiders come up with a good thing there force that time around after committing the foul, as Gates will get that shot blocked away, and again Monroe-Central with another opportunity to possibly take the lead here. Another deflected pass out of bounds there off of Jackson Spence. So $1:40 remaining here in the third. Wapahani leading it by one, 32-31. Matheny down low, and nice job there by Wapahani, but instead the Raiders are going to turn it right back over. Three-point shot will be up, and it will be good. Landon Patterson. Tell you what, he's been another young man. It's been just a one-man wrecking crew here for Monroe-Central. We're going to have a timeout taken here by Wapahani. Second charge timeout of the ball game with 1:07 remaining here in the third. We'll step aside for a timeout of our own, and we'll be back right after this. All right, folks, welcome back out of the timeout here. We've got 1:07 remaining with Monroe-Central now on top 34-32. It hasn't been a very good third quarter basketball here for us to start off. We only managed to put 2 points on the board. Monroe-Central's put up 9, so of course I wouldn't necessarily say they've really lit up the scoreboard either, but they've done enough to take the lead, and that's all that matters as of right now. Mahaffey there to middle. Takes a shot for two. A little forced right there. A little bit of a forced shot. Down court here now. Shoemaker steps into the three off the mark big time there. Rebounded by Munchell, though. Our rebounding hasn't been quite as good either. We've had some instances anyway throughout the first half where we was having some trouble on the defensive rebounding department, but seemingly it's continued to get a little bit worse as the games went along here. So we'll have a foul here on Willman. It'll be his first, team's fifth. Matheny now on over here to Shoemaker. And off the mark there, and that's going to end the third quarter. So Monroe-Central, again, with a 9-point third quarter. Really not all that much, especially, in today's times there, you should be able to score more than that. But unfortunately, Wapahani only put 2 points on the board. So it's 34-32 at the end of three. We'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with more Raider basketball live here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, fourth quarter of action live here on the WHS Network. It's Monroe-Central 34, Wapahani 32. And Patterson going to get called for the travel. Now, turnover number 3 here in the second half gives them now 8 turnovers for the ball game. You got Aiden Franks back in here. Screen set here, Dudley. He's looking to get the ball down low to him. Unfortunately, the Raiders turn it over. 7 turnovers down the night here for Wapahani. And Shoemaker good from beyond the arc. 6 points now for him on the night. Breaks a corner 3, no good. And deflected out of bounds off of Wapahani. Deflected out of bounds there off of Shreve. So Monroe-Central will get maintained possession here. Shoemaker now with the Patterson, and Monroe-Central again facing a little pressure here, but got through that with flying collars. Now Matheny back over to Schumacher out near half court, takes it to the middle. Now back outside. Now Snyder will get it taken away from him, and there's Isaac Shreve with a layup for 2. So Shreve now with 7 points on the night. Get a few more seconds back here on the clock. A foul here on Raider number 2, Aiden Franks. The second, team's 6th. Gavin Patterson back in here for Monroe-Central. Patterson down low to Munchell, and another foul. And this one's going to be on Dudley. So Monroe-Central in the bonus. It's going to be 2 shots here for Munchell. Get a foul here on Dudley, his 4th, team 7th. It's 37-34, and the free throw no good by Munchell as Willman will return to action. He'll come in for Mahaffey. So they're trusting Dudley there to be able to get it done without being able to commit another foul. And the Raiders will turn it back over. So 8 turnovers now for the Raiders for the ball game. That's still a 3-point lead for the Golden Bears. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. And there's a turnover. Willman comes up with a pickoff. Franks now in the corner. Shreve for 3, and it's up, and it's good. Great job right there. Great find there by Franks. And a great shot there by Shreve. And again, it all started coming off a turnover. Layup no good for Patterson. Dudley coming up with a rebound. That's how you get it done right there, big fella. Getting the block out, going up strong for that basketball, and keeping the old vice grips on it, making sure nobody can take it out of your hands. So we'll see number 24, Caleb Snyder, re-enter the game here for the Golden Bears. Getting a little over 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, tied here at 37. Franks in possession of the basketball. Now Shreve back over to Franks. A three-pointer will be up and good, and the Raiders come back out of that little break there, and now I put 6 points on the board. 8 points overall now for Franks on the night as a timeout called here by Monroe-Central will be their first charge timeout here of the evening. So it's Wapahani 40, Monroe-Central 37. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more here on the WHS Network. Timeout now over with. Again, the Raiders lead the Bears 40-37. Again, with just under 4 minutes remaining here in regulation. Seeing back-to-back threes here by Isaac Shreve and then by Aiden Franks. Shoemaker now on the Snyder down low, and another wide open Landon Patterson. So Franks will cross half court. On top here by 1. Back out now, Shreve will take over possession of the basketball back as he'll give way to Aiden Franks again. And obviously the Raiders don't look like they're in any kind of hurry. Willman back here to Franks, dumps it down low. Willman back out. Dudley now to top of the key and back now to Franks left wing. As he'll drag it again out near half court. Under 3 to play. Again, might as well go ahead and space the floor. That's one way to get them out of their zone. Franks pulls out for 3 and dials it up from downtown. Big time shot there by Aiden Franks. Now gives him 11 points here on the night, and the Raiders now lead it by 4. 2.5 remaining. Down low, Patterson dips the head, and that should have been over the back there on Snyder on Monroe-Central. And instead, the Golden Bears will turn it over. 11 turnovers now on the night there for Monroe-Centrals. Will have a sub now returning to action. Here will be Jackson Spence. here for Luke Wellman. Tell you what, Luke's really done a nice job coming in here, coming off the bench. Hasn't played a ton here so far tonight, but he's really, when he has been there, he's played some very valuable minutes. Franks out near half court. Now on to Dudley. Now Gates with the basketball near half court. Started by Shoemaker. Franks takes it right down the middle. Can't get the shot to go. Again, really wasn't a whole lot of action going on there. He had kind of the same guy dribbling it, so you have 1:28 remaining with Wapahani leading by 4, 43-39. And now we'll have a timeout taken again here by Monroe-Central. This will be their second charge timeout of the ball game. We'll go ahead and stick right here during the timeout. Again, this will be our Kenshaw Properties game break. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. I'd like to thank Kenshaw Properties, owned by Kendra and Shane Franks. Kenshaw Properties is a Muncie-based company that offers Muncie area rental homes. For more information, check out their website at kenshawproperties.com. And you can contact them at 765-356-1340. Also, I'd like to thank Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC. They're located at 3915 Willing Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Make your appointment now to receive great care and leave with a pristine, beautiful smile. You can contact them at 765-288-1560. And again, their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So again, a special thanks there to Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC. So again, following the timeout here, again, it will be Wapahani basketball. Got 1:28 remaining here in the fourth. And Dudley will be fouled here on the play. So the foul here is going to be on number 24. Caleb Snyder, his first, team's fourth. Inbounded all the way out near half court there by two Gates right there. So now he'll be fouled here by Shoemaker, his second, team's fifth. So obviously if Monroe-Central doesn't come up with a steal initially, then obviously they'll foul. So the foul this time here on Patterson, Gavin Patterson that is. His third, team's sixth. So just one away here, and we'll be shooting the 1-and-1. Inbounded here to Franks, and another foul. So the foul here on Patterson, now his fourth, team's seventh. So the Raiders again in the bonus, so they'll head to the line here for the 1-and-1 opportunity, and that will send Franks to the charity stripe. In fact, this will be the second free throw of the ball game as Hayden will knock that one down. So now the third free throw coming up here in just a moment. And the free throw will be up and off the back iron, no good. So Matheny right side here, Gavin Patterson back to Matheny. 5-point lead here for the Raiders. Up top, Shoemaker. Back now, Gavin drives baseline. Shot's going to be up and gets a layup to go. And now a timeout by Monroe-Central with, 1:02 remaining. So now third charge timeout here by the Golden Bears. So they have 2 left. Wapahani with 3 left. Again, a foul situation here. Both teams with 7 fouls apiece. So obviously a foul is called as long as it's a non-shooting foul. Both teams will be at the line for 1 and 1.
We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Photography, Outdoor Perfection LLC, Central Indian Orthopedics, Flow Solution, Shea Weatherly Ground Effects, Schaefer Family Meats, and Randall Agri Services. We thank you for your corporate sponsors.
So it'll be Drayden Gates to inbound. Again, we have Gates, Spence, Franks, Dudley, and Mahaffey on the floor. Jackson pushes it down court here now. Mahaffey will find Gates, and we're out of a foul. It looks like this is going to be on Gavin Patterson. And indeed it will be. So that will now be his 5th. Team's 8th. So he gone. And now number 35, Cole Munchell, will return to action here for the Golden Bears. We got 56 seconds remaining. There'll be Gates at the line for the 1 and 1 opportunity. And the free throw will be up and good. Big free throw there by Drayden. So first point of the night there for the young man. Looking for a second right here. It's going to be up. It's going to be good. Great job there, so Drayden. 2 for 2 there from the charity stripe. Puts the Raiders back up by 5. Again, you got Shreve and Wellman back in for Wapahani again. Changing offense for defense. And a three-pointer up and good by Snyder. So again, that gets Monroe-Central just a little bit closer.
We have a timeout on the floor. Monroe-Central.
So the timeout again taken here by Monroe-Central. So they have 1 timeout remaining with 45 seconds remaining here in this ball game here tonight. Again, we got the varsity broadcast coming up later on, so make sure to switch over to that link. Again, following the conclusion of tonight's MEC conference ball game, junior varsity action. Also, we'll be back in action next Friday as we travel to Daleville to take on the Broncos. Again, that will be another JV start time of 6 o'clock. Varsity game to follow. And then finally, another home game. We'll be at it next Saturday. It will be back-to-back nights of Raider basketball. Friday at Daleville, Saturday at home for Homecoming 2020 against the Yorktown Tigers. That should be a great one coming up next Saturday. So 2 very big games again coming up next weekend. Friday night at Daleville, Saturday at home against Yorktown for Homecoming. So again, it's Raider basketball, 45 seconds remaining. Inbounded there, Jackson Spence. On now to Aiden Franks. And the pass will be deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Monroe-Central. So the Raiders will retain possession. Okay, so I'm not even sure what in the world just happened. So there was a timeout by Wapahani. I'm not sure the referee that has the basketball. I'm not so sure if he didn't call 5 seconds. That was dangerously close. I'll just put it to you that way. But it looked like to me he had signaled for the 5-second violation, and we end up getting a timeout from the referee standing closest to us there. So we'll take it. I don't know if we got it truly in time or not. I guess we did. That's all that matters, but still, nonetheless, that was still very, very, very close, and we'll have the basketball here with 37 seconds remaining Again, with Wapahani leading it by 2, 46-44. So we'll have Drayden Gates to inbound. They'll find Jackson Spence, and they'll wrap him up quickly there, so now he'll head to the line. Fouls on number 30, Landon Patterson, his first.
His first, team number 9.
Team's 9th.
Jackson Spence at the line. He'll shoot 1 and bonus.
So again, Spence at the line, 1-and-1 opportunity. The first free throw will be up, and it will be good. First point of the night there for Jackson. The second free throw tipped. Up and good as well. Beautifully done there by Jackson. Big time shots. And it's great to come up big there with that one now. Back to a 4-point lead. We'll have Shreve as well as Willman back in here for the Raiders. Matheny, now Shoemaker at the top. Gives way. Landon Patterson takes it inside. Gets the bucket to go. A bit of contact, physicality involved there. Now we'll have another foul here on Monroe-Central. It's going to be on number 4, Caden Shoemaker, now his third. And that's going to be a team's 10th. So the Raiders now in the double bonus. So Frank's shooting 2. So first one will be up and good. Second up and good as well. No good there by Patterson. Gets his own rebound and puts it right back in. And so now another timeout taken. We'll tack another second back up on the clock here.
We have a timeout on the floor. Monroe-Central.
So the timeout here by Monroe-Central will be their final timeout. So they have none left. Wapahani still with 2 left. And again, while we have the opportunity, again, make sure stay tuned. We have our Raiders Live post-game report. That will be following the conclusion of this one, whenever that may be. The way it's looking right now, I mean, it's hard to say what will happen. But hopefully we can win this one in regulation. Again, I would obviously say that if Monroe-Central doesn't get the initial steal on the inbound, they'll hurry up to foul. And then it's all about the free throw game still. And a foul there on Landon Patterson. His second. And back to the line for Jackson Spence.
His second. Jackson Spence at the line. He'll shoot 2.
So the first free throw up and off the back iron, no good. It's a big shot here for Jackson and the Raiders. You can put yourself up by 3. That's going to be crucial, and rolls in and out. Down court, Shoemaker. And the shot's going to be up and no good. Misses the layup, and that's going to do it here for Monroe-Central. Final score here this evening, Wapahani 50, Monroe-Central 48. That was a high-octane junior varsity game. I'll tell you what, my goodness. I mean, coming down to the very end right there. And good ball game. So, folks, we'll stop aside here for a break. We'll be back here with our Raiders Live post-game report coming up right after this.
Need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alright folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com as your Raiders on the smiling side of the scoreboard here tonight with a final score victory of 50-48. Again, your Raiders came up with some big-time shots here at the end. Some crucial free throws was made and unfortunately did just enough to come away with the victory here tonight. Take a look here. Overall, the Raiders were led here this evening by a pair of young men here in Aiden Franks and Alden Mahaffey. Had a team-high 14 points each, followed by Isaac Shreve with 10 points. Nolan Dudley with 6. And then we have Luke Roman as well as Drayden Gates and Jackson Spence with 2 points each for a grand total of 50 points scored here for Wapahani. Like I said, just a very big win here tonight. You know, you come down the stretch there. We didn't have a very good third quarter at all. Only scored 2 points in the third quarter. Came right back there in the fourth. Played a lot better. Ended up having 18 fourth quarter points, so much better. Defense was a little bit better. Still need to do a better job of rebounding, though. I think we've allowed too many offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. But again, you know, we still did enough to win the ball game, and that's all that matters. You know, you just look to correct the things that you might have done incorrectly and build off the things you did correctly and move on from there. But a big win here tonight for this Wapahani Raider basketball team. Again, 50-48, your final score here tonight. So again, a special thanks to all of our sponsors. Greatly appreciate them for all that they do, and couldn't do any of this without them, that's for sure. So we want to thank them here tonight, and again, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, a big win here tonight, and we're happy that all of you got to watch it out there in Raider land, and hopefully we can come up with a big win here in this varsity game here as well. Should be a great one. So make sure to then click on to our other link for the broadcast for that one. We'll be starting that up here in roughly about 10 minutes or so, give or take a couple minutes, but still make sure, go ahead and select on that one here in about 7 to 10 minutes. And until then, folks, I'm Brandon Morbillius, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you here in just a little bit with more Raider basketball.